Hey guys, I'm here to do a quick review for you on this Saddleback leather simple backpack that I've been using. I posted a few pictures on some Facebook groups that I'm part of, and I got a lot of questions, some interest in how I use the bag, what I carry, how heavy it is, am I using it daily. So I'm going to try and go over some of those things for you and give you a quick overview and review of the bag. I've had it about a week now. Over the course of that time, I have carried it pretty much daily. Mostly because if you're familiar with Saddleback leather, you know that the bag leather is pretty rigid, and I was hoping to soften it up and break it down a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to take me quite a bit longer than just a week to do that, but in the meantime, I love it so much. I wanted to kind of go over it and show you guys what I'm liking about it and answer some of the questions that I've already been kind of fielding. To start, this is the simple backpack in the medium size. This is the dark coffee brown. I chose this color because I saw a picture on Pinterest of the bag that had been pretty well used for a while, and it just looked gorgeous. If you know Saddleback, they say that the ugliest your bag will ever look is the day that you get it, and of course the bag is beautiful, but aged and beat up and worn in and softened up, it just looks more and more gorgeous. And I will put that picture in this video so that you can see what I mean. Maybe it's not for everybody, but it's definitely the look that I was going for. So like I said, this is the medium size. It's about 14 inches tall by 12 inches or so wide. I know when you read those measurements on the website, or even just me telling you, even looking at it in this video, it's kind of hard to get perspective, especially the way the bag is built. So I will put some pictures in that will show it on my frame so you get kind of an idea of what it looks like on. And you're going to be amazed how much this bag can hold. I'll give you an example. For a while I had a Fry backpack that was kind of a satchel backpack convertible bag, and my biggest concern was I wanted it to fit my 13-inch MacBook in case I needed to take that with me on occasion to go work on things, and it fit in that Fry bag, but the leather was so soft. It was kind of, you know, purse leather. It was that shiny finish. It had kind of a vintagey antique finish, and I just didn't feel like it was going to hold up to the use. There is no doubt in my mind that this bag is going to hold up to anything I put it through. So, like I said, it's about 14 by 12 on the exterior, just slightly smaller on the interior, you know, make room for that nice thick leather. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to give you an idea of what I carry, what it looks like in here. I'll add a picture that shows that laid out so you get an idea. But I want to show you, I had people asking me what it looks like in the bag even, so I kind of want to give you a better feel for that. So I'm going to open it up here and lay it down and see if you can see, and I'll pull stuff out so you can see. So as you can tell, in the picture I'm going to add, there's a North Face jacket that would easily fit in here. I've got probably a good 6 inches of room right here on the top. That I could still add some more things, and believe it or not, there is room throughout the bag as far as how much I could stuff in here. You know, you could easily fit a weekend's worth of clothes in this bag, believe it or not. So here's what I'm carrying. I don't carry all of this all the time. I will tell you what usually is in my daily carry and what is not as I pull it out here. So I have a makeup bag, pretty much a nice full-size one. That is something that I carry daily. What goes in here and how full it is probably alternates, changes up, but I carry something like that every day. Sunglasses. So these are Ray-Ban Wayfarers, and the case you can see is kind of fat, and I carry that every day. I carry all of these pencil case with it's stuffed full of pens. There's probably a good 20 pens in here. That's pretty much a daily carry. This little pouch here that holds my headphones. These are my Rebecca Minkoff Friends with Benefits headphones. So these are a full-size headphone that kind of fold up. This is something I carry. almost daily. It's not something that I would choose to take out of my bag even if I wasn't going to use it, just because it really doesn't take up that much space folded up. I mean, it's not tiny. If I was carrying, you know, just a regular shoulder bag, maybe I would take that out. But in this bag, that's pretty much not necessary. My Midori Traveler's Notebook, something I carry, starting to carry pretty much every day. That's why I carry around 20 pens with me. And you could see this bad boy's kind of fat and chunky, and this is the full size, so it takes up some space. And just knowing that, and I still have plenty of room. This is a full size wallet, the Louis Vuitton Insolite wallet, so also something that's, you know, pretty decent in size. Like I'll compare it here to my Midori. It's almost the same size, not quite as thick. These are things that in a typical like purse style backpack, you know, a couple of these things and you're not going to get much else in there. And I really wanted to have the options to be able to carry stuff that I felt like I would want to have. My Thin Line Bible in the Saddleback cover. This is the tobacco brown. This is the new tobacco, and oh my gosh, you guys, if I could put this through the camera and you could feel just the feel of this is just lovely. And I mean, look at it, it's so pretty. I love it. Yeah, and yes, this is something that more and more now I'm carrying on a regular basis. Just a personal decision. It's something I like to refer to, and I'm trying to do. I'm trying to read the whole Bible. I don't know that I'm gonna really put it all into practice, but and then last but not least in here is my 13-inch MacBook in a neoprene sleeve. Do I feel like it needs to be in the sleeve to be protected in this bag? Not necessarily. I just don't like the outside getting scratched up or banging against the rest of my stuff, so so that's why it's in there. This said, everything here that I've shown, the MacBook, the Bible, the Traveler's Notebook wallet, the headphones, the pencil case, and the makeup bag, when it's in the bag, sunglasses, when it's in the bag with that jacket, I weighed everything, and it comes to about 17 pounds. Now, 17 pounds, it doesn't sound light, but it's not that heavy. It's not like I'm packing this bag up and I'm going for miles and miles hikes with my MacBook. I mean, there's just no need for that. I'm loading it up, and maybe I walk to Starbucks, which is not that far, or I throw it in my car and I carry it with me to the bookstore, and I walk around the bookstore with it on my back, or wherever I'm going to work. It's not unmanageable. 17 pounds in this bag is not unmanageable. The bag empty weighs, I think it's like, to be exact, 4.8 pounds, and I did throw it on my mailing scale, and it comes out to be right at like just over 4 pounds. The bag alone, it feels like nothing. I'll give you an example. I have a Marc Jacobs hobo bag. It's the Faraday, for anyone who's familiar with the styles. It's one of the older ones. That bag is a one-strap shoulder bag and weighs as much as this backpack. So, as much as the backpack empty. So when you throw all your stuff in there, it seemed like a pretty heavy bag to me all the time when I carried it, but you know, on your back, something that's balanced out like this backpack is, at 17 pounds is not that heavy. And now, most days I'm not carrying the MacBook with me. I mean, some days on occasion it goes with me if I have things I want to sit down and work on outside of home, just kind of get away. You know, if you know anything about what I do, I have an Etsy shop, and some of the creative processes that I do, I need to get away, and I just throw my stuff in here and go, like I said, Barnes & Noble, Starbucks, local coffee shop, someplace like that, just to kind of not be thinking about home. So let me give you a little bit more of an overview about the bag. The bag is 2 pieces of full grain leather. You can see here the leather is so nice and thick. It's just gorgeous. The body of the bag itself is 2 pieces full grain leather. The first piece is the flap all the way around the bag. around the bottom of the bag, and then there is a seam here. Anyone who knows anything about Saddleback backpacks, when I first was introduced to Saddleback, they had the tank backpack, the original one, was a gorgeous bag, but the more I looked at reviews, people were saying that there was a seam right at this line that sat against your lower back, and people just said it killed, it never broke in there because it was, you know, 2 pieces of this double thick full grain leather just constantly rubbing on your back. Now they have this neoprene padding in between the lining of the bag and the outside leather, and you know, it still feels a little stiff. It's breaking in for me, but the way it sits on my bag, on my back, it's not uncomfortable. The bag, you know, it's definitely much more malleable than some of those original backpacks they had, that like the squared backpack I feel like is not quite as malleable. And now some of that I'm going to attribute to the fact that this second big piece of leather here right around the front, this is not lined with the pigskin. Like Saddleback lines their bags with pigskin. It kind of makes it easier to care for, kind of clean out, and it gives it some stability. As the leather breaks down, that kind of holds the shape of the bag. This bag only has it down this bottom, on this back piece here that goes from the flap down the back and across the bottom. Excuse me. So this piece here, this front full piece of leather, this one piece is not lined with the pigskin, so look at that. I mean, you can just, this bag could get smashed flat practically if you wanted to. And I like that. I feel like that's going to make the bag wear into that mushy, worn, kind of saggy backpack that that I saw a picture of, and I will post that picture and you can see just how beautiful it is when it's all worn in. The bag holds a ton. It's got these exterior pockets that are pretty decent size themselves, and then behind these exterior pockets, it's got, the way they're sewn on creates a secondary pocket, and this is where I throw like my keys. I have an iPhone 6 Plus and it fits pretty much down in there. It maybe sticks out just barely off the top, but there's no way anybody could just lift that phone out of there without me knowing, even if it was on my back, because it's kind of snug. Now that may change as the bag breaks in more, but for now I feel comfortable putting my phone there. You can see that the bag has this utility strap on it to cinch it up to kind of keep it closed, and the flap is really nice and wide across the top, and it covers the whole opening of the bag. I don't even really cinch my stuff because I feel like once I have everything in there, the flap covers that opening so well, because I don't have the bag, you know, stuffed to the very top. These are not sticking out. They just, the side flaps kind of just fold right onto the bag itself, and I don't feel like I need to cinch it. Maybe if I was, you know, had more stuff in there, I would feel that was necessary. I will say the straps of the bag, this is one of the biggest improvements that I think Saddleback made to their backpacks, especially from everything that, all the videos that I watched and everything I've read. So the strap kind of, it comes with, when you get the bag, it's going to come with these kind of really nicely padded covers on the strap. Now I took these off because you could see it is flexible and it's softer than the original ones, but it still does create these kind of ridges, and the way that sat on my frame, on my shoulders, it kind of made the bag sit off my body more. I didn't really like that as much. They just didn't conform. I'm sure if I used them and broke them down, it might be a while. I'm sure then they would curve up, but you can see, like, I can bend it like this, so it's definitely malleable, but it goes right back. So I took these off. I was a little concerned about doing that at first, but the strap underneath, the way it's made is that it's wider here on the main part that sits on your body, and then it goes to this rolled strap And this is the part that sits against the front of your body, over your shoulder against the front of your body. The way that it's mounted to the bag here, that it goes to the bottom and side, it kind of goes off to your side, so you don't have a strap running the full length of your body. It's pretty nice and comfortable, and these are so soft that it does exactly what I wanted it to do. It sits right on my body. The strap lays right across my body. The leather is thick enough that I don't feel like this cuts into my shoulders at all. Even with the bag fully loaded with that 17 pounds, I can carry it comfortably using just these straps. So I'll just give you a quick little tour to Saddleback uses, they use a lot of hardware on their bags, which can make it heavy, but it is part of the appeal. I love how they do these D-rings that you thread the strap through with these nipple rivet closures that are adjustable. I never really even adjusted it. Came on the second one, I carried on the second one. You'll see where it sits in the picture. You'll see where it sits on my back. I think it feels pretty comfortable to me. I would guess that if you maybe really, really loaded it down with gear, you wanted it to sit up higher, you could adjust it. So they have the double D rings there, the nice nickel plated, or stainless steel, sorry, not nickel plated, stainless steel hardware here, and the buckles, and it's just, then it's got the way the straps, the hardware itself just looks, beefy and quality. You can just feel it. Now, Saddleback has gotten some flack for having, kind of like Apple, they have fanboys. My husband, maybe a little bit of one, but I was a skeptic, and I saw this bag and I was like, okay, that's the kind of the bag I've been looking for. I'm gonna get it, want to try it out. I obsessed over it for a while, got the bag, and I'm really loving it. And if you're in doubt, I hope this video convinces you at least a little bit, because the bag's beautiful. Like I said, I've been carrying it pretty much daily. I can't wait for it to get that worn in, beat up, vintage look that I'm going for. But even while I wait, it's still stunning to look at, and I've definitely gotten already some compliments, which, anyone who looks at the bag is just like, that's pretty cool, where'd you get it? So there you go. If you have any questions, if I can cover something a little more in depth, go ahead, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you and do the best I can. So I hope this was helpful for you, and thanks for watching.